What is going on, everyone? It's Core here, and we are going to talk about marijuana. I had a request to create a video regarding marijuana and marijuana addiction and how to stop smoking marijuana. And I'm going to cover this from a few different angles. I'm going to, one, demystify marijuana and abusing it. And I'm going to go over the plant itself as well and its current state that the majority of people are utilizing it in, and the addictive properties that it has, and the manipulation that has gone on with the herb itself. And to start out, as with any addiction, it's addiction, is dict, to dictate something, which dict is the word. So my mustache. So it's addiction. Sean is for it to be in motion. Something in my beard too. That's got stuff all over. Alright. I'm good. I'm good. It's an addiction. So it has to do with you believing something that you have heard. Words. There's some words that were said, whether you said them to yourself or whether someone else said them to you, and now you are taking this thing to heart. You can't technically be addicted to something if you don't know that you're addicted to it. It's a addiction is a catch-22. It truly it is. And so the thing with addiction is you're not addicted. It's just what you're doing. Do something else. That's my philosophy when it comes to addiction. It's you're doing this because this is what you're choosing to do. Great. Wonderful. Now you are seeing the possible shortcomings and possible inconsistencies with the lifestyle that you would like with what you are currently doing, and you need to change what you're doing. It's the same. This goes with food. This goes with overall bodily maintenance and care. And this has to do with alcohol, marijuana, cigarettes. It's what you're doing projects the lifestyle that you are choosing to have. So if you're getting to the point to where you're feeling you're addicted, or you're starting to come to the idea that you're stuck on something, you have realized that you need to make a change in your life, and you're having difficulties making that change is really what it comes down to. You've made the choice to do something different, and for some reason, whether it's self-doubt or other insecurities cropping up, you're not able to change and fully commit to that choice. In this instance, to instead of smoking marijuana, you breathe in the air. Isn't that all you're doing anyways? You're just taking one element, one substance out of the equation. You're doing the same thing. You're just doing it in a different way. You're still breathing. So when you're looking at smoking, you're not looking to quit smoking. That's not what you're doing. You're not quitting it because maybe one day you're somewhere and you choose to smoke a blunt, or maybe it's cigarettes. You are out at some event and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have one. Just because you have one of something doesn't mean you've relapsed. I'm not gonna get into that fully because that gets into uh, more so focus on addiction and mental asphyxiations. So as I was saying with the marijuana, it's generally uh, you're not directly replacing it necessarily with something in this when you were talking about something like marijuana. When it comes to what you're doing, you need to do something though in place of when you would normally do it, smoke it, or eat it, however it's being done. Drop it into your nose. uh, I'm sure that you are aware of when you do it most of the time, how you feel during those times, how often, how far in between, because all of this plays into the overall ability to do something else, to make a choice and to head in a different direction. I won't get any farther into that because it's very personalized with how and what you would choose to do in place of smoking marijuana. But figuring all of that out and then determining what would be a good fit to put in place of it based on the frequency of what you've determined it is being utilized will make it a lot easier to sustain the new ritual that you are starting. Because, again, that's all that you are doing. It's a ritual. You have a ritual of smoking marijuana. People have a ritual of going to the gym, taking powdery substances. They have a ritual of waking up and drinking coffee. They have a ritual of getting up and going to McDonald's and getting a McGriddle every day. They have a ritual of getting up and stepping outside on the ground and taking a bunch of deep breaths. You have rituals of all kinds of things. What kind of life do you want? What are you going to make your life about? So a lot of these things I'm speaking of, I have specific videos on as well. I have a video specifically on rituals, probably multiple, and routines. I have multiple videos on marijuana and going deeper into the specifics of marijuana and how the plant's been manipulated, which I'm going to touch on in this video as well, though. I have videos on, what else do we go? Nothing else coming to mind right now, but pretty much anything that I'm touching on in this video, I probably have another video explaining it more. Like, I have a video on addiction. That's another one. I have a video specifically about addiction and what that is, so you can check that out as well if you would like more insight in that direction. And so with all that said, let's talk about the plant of marijuana itself, because most people, when they smoke marijuana, they're not growing it themselves, and they don't fully know the source of where they're getting it. And that's not good. Most people that you talk to about marijuana, if you talk to someone that's in their early, mid 40s, in their age, they will tell you that marijuana was not the same back during the 90s as it is now, because that's when it all started to change. The manipulation really started to be pushed out into the public communities. Marijuana, it didn't used to be as psychoactive as it was. Then the government got its hands on it, and we won't go too far into that direction, but it's not the same plant that it used to be. And it's even to get a plant that hasn't been hybridized in some way, shape, or form, or seeds, especially from a organic source, there's not a lot of choices out there. There's not a lot of availability out there that's to the public. Of course, I mean there's marijuana outgrowing wild in fields somewhere, just in the middle of fields, growing wild, and that plant is the original plant. That's the natural plant. If it's growing in its environment and it's able to self-sustain, that's what you want. That is not what is being sold in any way, shape, or form, even if it's organic nowadays. I am fairly certain that indicas, as it is one of the major manipulations that occurred with marijuana. The THC content is way higher than it used to be. I mean, you can get marijuana itself 30+% THC without even doing any type of concentrate. It's insane. This is not how the plant ever was. So what I'm getting at here is that the plant has been manipulated, and it's been manipulated to manipulate you. It wasn't manipulated just so they can see what they can do with it. It was manipulated to manipulate the masses. This is it's the new dope. They call it dope, don't they? Dope, 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 dope. Gets you all dope. You doped up. You dope fiend. Where do you think people are going to be going in the economic collapse that's coming? What are they going to spend all their money on? Alcohol, marijuana is going to be the new one, cigarettes, and gambling. It's going to be huge. Marijuana industry is going to be insanely huge in the United States. It hasn't even started. It hasn't even started yet. When you got all this money at play, you better watch out what you're getting in with, because what the okay, never mind. Working on the road here. You got to watch where that product is coming from when all that money's at play. You're messing with your health. It's almost a guarantee. You're messing with your health. And without going too far into specifics, if you want to know specifically more of how marijuana has been manipulated over the years, go check out my video specifically on that. Which I don't recall what it is named, but I'm sure you can find it. Just type in marijuana. I have confidence in you. I have confidence that you can find it. If not, let me know and I'll find it for you. So regarding what is being ingested, that in itself should give you the motivation that a change is needed. It's it's like I was talking about yesterday in the live stream I was doing when it comes to food and eating healthier. If you don't know that eating deep fried foods is bad for you and you think you enjoy it, why would you stop? But as soon as you find out that doing it is what's causing your tooth just fell out this morning. Why? Why? I got my tooth fell out. Why my tooth fall out? And then you learn through uh, attention to the situation and gaining knowledge in the directions and areas that is required. You now learn that, oh, it's because I eat a bunch of fries every day that are deep fried in vegetable oil. That's why. Uh, that's why my tooth fell out. And then if you continue to just keep doing that and your teeth just keep falling out one by one, and you're okay with it, that's fine. As long as you know. But if you're at the point to where you're choosing that you need change, you need to make a change, then you're already past that. You're already at the point now to where you see your tooth fell out. Now, how do you stop that from occurring going into the future? And you stop eating fried foods. You stop smoking marijuana to stop whatever that outcome is that you do not want to facilitate in your life. The choice to make a change is truly all you need. It's as soon as you make that choice, it's a matter of uh, setting yourself up for success. Is what it comes down to. It's setting yourself up for success. Whenever you're making a big move, a big change, because that's all it is. It's all anything that someone would see as an addiction. They're stuck. They're in this rut. They're smoking marijuana, constantly high, stressed out when they're not. When they're not, they're trying to get some marijuana so they can smoke, etc., etc. I don't know where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. Okay, this video is getting long. I was gonna make a point. I don't know what it was, but maybe you already got the point. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I already said it and I missed it, and you already got the point. So that's probably it. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Every time you make a big change, you gotta set yourself up for success. Every time you make a big move, you gotta get the truck and make sure it's all fueled up and that you got the space that you require so that you can actually put these stuff into that space and that you don't have difficulties trying to fit it in, and you got to organize and orchestrate before you execute. So to stop smoking marijuana, this goes back into how I started the video. It's not about quitting something. It's about doing something else. And you've already decided to do something else. And now you simply have to set yourself up to be as successful as possible during this transition, during this move, during this choice that is going to be amazing after all things are set into motion. And that's with anything. That's when you make any change, any transition, anything that seems tough. You've already made the choice. Now it's about setting yourself up for success. And to do that, you need to make sure you got your rituals in line. Make sure you see what assists you in keeping on track. You got uh, like at the bowling alley. You got bumpers in the gutter. The bumpers keep the ball in the lane. Without the gutters, the ball could potentially go into the gutter. The gutters are the rituals that are keeping the ball rolling, keeping things in motion, going forward. Those are your rituals. Every time you start, which right now it's marijuana or whatever else it may be. Keep you in that lane, keep you on track. You just gotta change out what type of bumpers you're using. You know, change out the color of them, change out the material of them. You're using steel. Now how about we get some gold ones, some gold bumpers. We're gonna put some diamonds in them, some diamonds in the bumpers. Okay. If you need me to elaborate anything specifically, let me know. I know I covered a lot in this video, and it definitely is not in the most concise manner, but it is receivable. So if you need me to elaborate on anything specific, let me know. And all of y'all out there, have a wonderful remainder of your evening. Enjoy yourself. It's warm out. I'm gonna go step on the ground for a bit here, take some deep breaths, and enjoy myself. Make sure you subscribe and like the video before you close it, because you can't do it afterwards. And then go watch some other videos of mine.